Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. I'm your host, Rebecka Gregory, here with two incredible guests this evening, which I'm so excited for, that are joining me to co-create a beautiful show of just some powerful stuff. But we'll get to them in a minute. First of all, I would just like everybody to take a deep breath and really ground in today. I know this week has been beyond crazy with everything going on here in the States and also around the world as well. So just everybody, let's just take one quick breath and just release and ground into your heart and be here in this moment, in this space, during this time, to enjoy this show this evening and whatever might come along with it. So before I bring Ayala Nunez and Hillis Pugh on, I would like to take everybody on a little journey this morning. A little journey that happened to me this morning. And the reason I really felt compelled to share this story is because I labeled the show Uplevel and Beyond. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. And I was given, from my point of view, the most beautiful example of the world that we're moving into, even with all the craziness going on. You know, I woke up with some thoughts that I'll share in a second of two amazing things that I need to share at the end of this story. And I took my dogs for a walk at the park. Now, this park, living in Florida, has wildlife such as alligators and other things that can hurt you and eat you, and can be a very dangerous place to walk, actually. But in saying that, I was on my walk and I was with my girlfriend and we were walking around the lake. But before we got to the lake, I was just in this space. It was pouring down rain when we got there, and I got out. I walked in the rain. I allowed that anything that I was holding to flush off, just to flow off of me at that time as I walked along to meet my friend. As I turned the corner, I see two classrooms outside of these beautiful children sitting in a circle doing meditation. And the teachers giving them that opportunity to sit in that space outside in nature, being present in the day and what they're about to learn, which was just blew me away to see that, because I think it's just so beautiful to see children sitting in meditation, opening up to a new space so they can become who they are supposed to be. And as we walked around the lake, we met a beautiful couple here visiting their grandchildren. And we went around the side where the boat ramp was. And my girlfriend was saying, oh, I don't think the crocodiles are out today. And I said, I think they're going to show up. And as we looked at the dock, we saw one out in the lake. And I was like, oh, how cool. And I took my dog down and we just were observing this beautiful ancient being out there, just in the peaceful stillness of the world, just no cares in the world, but just relaxed in his environment. And all of a sudden a cormorant landed in front of me on a sign. And I looked at the cormorant, which is it's a water bird, for those who don't know. And as I looked past the cormorant, there was an island. And on the island, there was another alligator. And that alligator was sitting there on the shoreline, right next to a blue heron, which is a beautiful, big, huge bird. I'm going to see if I can show you. I don't know if this can show up, but I'm going to show you what. So I don't know if you can see there, and my photograph's not. So that kind of gives you an idea of what was going on this morning. So we walked over to the island. We're able to walk down. And I didn't get too close, but I did notice from a distance. And I watched this alligator and the blue heron. He was kind of, just kind of checking us out and observing. And there was another couple with us at the time. And once they walked away, the alligator just calmly laid its head down, closed its eyes, and was complete stillness and relaxed in the presence of us there, and also with the blue heron. And I took a moment to reflect of that is the world that's coming together. That nature is teaching us, kind of like the lion and the lamb, of the communion of two creatures that would normally fight, or one would attack the other, that we can be together in that space of peace. And as I turned around, we walked away. Here comes the little children again. And there's a beautiful red hawk that's sitting in the field. And the children came up and they pet my dog, and this beautiful energy of unconditional loves. And these children were just, these beautiful girls were just so calm and in peace in their element, in their life, in their laughter, in their love. And it was just such a beautiful reminder of how we can be. And we continued on our journey and went back to the car. And then I see up on the hill a little van, the house they travel around in. And that's something I want to do. And I'm like, oh, somebody in their house. And that's a dream I've been dreaming into. So I drove up and they were there and I got to talk to them. And I'm like, oh, my dreams, that manifestation of my dreams coming even closer now. I'm meeting somebody sitting in their van. So that was my beautiful reflection of the morning, of the world that we can live in, even with the chaos going around, if we take the time to be in the stillness of ourselves and notice what's going on around us. So back to my morning thought that came to me when I woke up this morning. I always get these thoughts or feelings or downloads. This one was one, and two people came to me, Jesus and Martin Luther King, as soon as I opened my eyes up this morning. And the thought behind it was all these beautiful teachers and healers and leaders that have come into our world from the beginning of time, planting the seeds for humanity, and have been shut down and killed. And now we're at a time in our world that those seeds that were taught so long ago, that we as a consciousness are finally ready to take all that in and to live in that world from those teachings, from the heart, following from the heart, to manifest this beautiful place. And then my walk this morning, I felt I got to walk through that and see the world we can truly live in. So that is my beautiful story. I am so grateful. I just wanted to share with everyone, just because of everything that's going on, to stop, go in the silence, go in the stillness, and just see. And now to my two fabulous guests, which are all part of this. So my guests this night are, and I'm going to butcher his name again, Ayala Nunez, who I met through Hillis Pugh, who's been on my show a few times. And we have a fun announcement this evening. Hillis, as you know, is just the Cosmic Soul Brothers. I've told the stories of how we met in New York and just the light that he shines and the passion that he gives to this world and the hope that he gives to this world. And I'm so honored to have him as my cosmic brother. And then I met this beautiful soul who has his own radio, Revolution Radio, and is also, he is just a beacon of light as well, that I am so honored to have these two in my world now. And I'm so honored tonight that we get to come together, especially what I experienced this morning as kind of a melting pot of bringing that world today, a concrete, from me being a female, from Hillis, who, is a Black man and also gay. And then Ayala, I think he's from the Philippines, I'm not sure, but that's just that melting pot of molding together and coming together with everything that's going on. And everyone, that is the world we can live in. And that is the world we need to strive for and be in. So further ado, I'm going to bring them both on at the same time. So hold on one second. We'll bring Hillis on. You ready, Hillis? Here comes Hillis. And there's Ayala. So hello, guys.
Hello.
So if you guys want to tell a little bit of your story or who you are, whatever you want to say to bring this show, I welcome the both of you to the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. I mean, this is just, my heart's just like boiling over right now. So it's a magical day. That's all I have to say. It's the floor is you. Whoever wants to go first.
I get to go first. Oh,
you're the new one. You haven't been on the show yet.
And you know what? This is an honor. It's my very first time here, and I'm loving it. I just love the colors here, and just your wonderful introduction for your show for the most part, and how just colorful that is. And I'm telling you, I love your platform. You've always talked about it. We've talked on the phone previously from many months ago, and I just love the energy that you put out there, and for the energy that you're putting on for this particular episode. I'm just feeling it, and as we move on to the weekend, that's something that we need. It's just like a nice cup of coffee, but 20 million times better, but as far as my spin with things, my name is Ayala Nunez. I am an author, blogger, writer, controversial theorist, many things. But I just love to create, produce content. I'm the executive producer, founder of Real Revolution Radio XOX for Awakening O for On Demand. And I just love creating podcasts, whatever content it is. I just like putting these shows together. And so just recently, we had gone from audio podcast to visual podcast, video podcast, and I just love the whole process. And so here I am. I'm the host of. There's a talk show that I have had for a while. It's on iHeartRadio. It's called Quantum Mindfulness Radio. It's an audio podcast, but I do want to produce the Quantum Mindfulness Radio 2.0, which will be a video podcast, which is filled with just a bunch of surprises as far as bringing on board people who are a part of the scientific community, who are involved with quantum theory, quantum mechanics, integrated medicine, and beyond. And that's what I do. That's what I did previously, prior to this show that I'm doing right now with the QAnon Chronicles, and again, I'm producing other wonderful shows, such as Hillis's show with Light Insight on Real Revolution Radio XO. So again, it's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored to have you here. I really am. I really am. After our phone conversation the other day, I'm like, oh, good Lord, we should have recorded that. So here we are, we're recording it.
For quite a while now. Just press record with everybody's permission, and then if it's something that is doable, archive it and broadcast it to the world. So yeah, I'm glad did you press record? I hope you did.
I did. I'm not like you. I'm with it today.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
So what about you, Hillis?
Well, everyone knows me because this is my third time on your show.
I know, three's a charm.
I know, right? But author, speaker, teacher of gratitude and law of vibration, psychic medium, Lemurian light worker, a man of many hats and talents. But I was in the midst of finding what to wear. What should I wear? What should I wear? And I found this shirt sold out.
Love it. I love it.
And I said, this is the appropriate shirt for today. And the reason why I chose this is because with all the heightened emotions and anxieties and everything surrounding what's happening on the planet, in the country, and it's just, being a medium, being an empath, being one who is tuned in, you're just like on edge, just like you just got to get away. And this is my way of getting away, by stepping into that.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, guys. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So what this week, because this is the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour, and we are Cosmic Explorers. So what has been your magical moment for the week? Is something extraordinary that has happened to you that has up-leveled you to a new level maybe you weren't the week before?
Well, for me personally, I had an experience yesterday, which is very rare for me to have another energy worker work on me, because I'm very particular about who I work with. I'm very particular about who I connect with. And it was this lady, there's two experiences, by the way. The lady who worked on me, Sherry Unshaw, she is this amazing soul, this amazing woman who I resonated with. And I'm like, I could use a little bit of tuning up myself with everything that I've been doing just in the past few months with working on clients consistently. And I need a little bit of tune up. And so she worked on me, and no words really can really express the level of the work that she does. I mean, it is filled with compassion, filled with love, filled with joy. And after me having that experience, I felt the shift. I felt the change within me to be of better service, not only to others, but to myself, because, I have to be of service to me first, because I matter. you know, and with that, it really is allowing me to be a better service to other people.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it all comes back to, you know, going within.
It does.
And how about you, Ayala?
Oh, yeah, I gotta say, for me, I had to go to work to the hospital, but you know, besides that, with working with the veterans, which I love doing, and then working with my coworkers, I'm a registered nurse. I work with my psych nurse friends at the hospital, and all we do is laugh. So you know, the power of laughter, such as you know, the times that you and I and Hillis, you know, just basically from that last call, we just laughed, but we shared a lot of things, and like I said, you know, we should have recorded that episode. But earlier this week on Tuesday, you know, amidst all of the, I guess, confusion, the anxiety, the fear mongering, and, you know, we had on Real Revolution Radio XO, my podcast radio network, we had a marathon. And to tell you the truth, it was only just a thought. And then one day I just, you know, devoted my energies to it and just broadcasted it to the world on Facebook. Hey, guess what we're going to be doing on Election Day, on November 3rd? We're going to be having a podcast network marathon starting from 12 noon to 1 o'clock in the morning. And for me, you know, people have been telling me, you know, you got to fast, you got to pray, and you got to, you know, just be with friends and family. And I got to tell you, without even like thinking about it, that's exactly what we did. You know, I didn't eat the whole entire time that we were podcasting with each other from noon to 1 o'clock in the morning. But I found out too, I was with friends and family, and we smiled, we laughed, we cried, we prayed to each other with each other, and we meditated. And you would have thought that you know, it was like a get together with personal family. You know, the radio network is based here in Cleveland, but you would have thought I would have been with family. No, I was with people that I invited to the marathon. You know, Sherry and Shara, she was there as the first episode. Hillis was there, and so many delightful people whom I have had either spoke to in between scenes or have interviewed from past interviews. And yeah, that's exactly what we did. So the intention originally was to provide updates for Election Day. But I got to tell you, we probably did that 1% of the time, and 99.9% of the time was where we focused on the good things, what to expect, how to build up on a better world, and you know, from us within the community, from going from 3D to 5D consciousness, and just you know, resonating, and that's what it's all about, you know. And so by morning, I felt like I was in another world. Like it felt like literally like 4D. I brought one of my podcasters home, and it was weird. The normal path that we go through, and you know, we usually take a highway, take a side street, and then boom, she's home. But that night, it seemed like things had changed. Like, okay, what's that store doing on that side? Or I thought there was a road over here. So I don't know whether there was a Mandela effect, you know, change that happened, or something shifted. And then, you know, after I took her home, I woke up a few hours later, and I just was filled with so much energy, love, and it was the day after the elections. You know, I didn't pop on the TV, the news broadcast, but I just kept that to the side, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to contribute to that flame. Yeah. The fire that we're burning right now, and for which was fed by the wonderful people that we had on last night, and even the listeners, the viewers who had actually chimed in, you know, they were at another place too. So it was kind of like a positive vibe, tribe energy that we were constantly keeping the flow with. And so for me, that was a wonderful, miraculous, magical experience for this week. So.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. So my question is, did you have your coffee?
I did. I didn't need to. It was just water.
I'm a witness to that. I saw it.
Yes. Well, but I mean, okay, so look at that beautiful example you just shared, that, with the election going on, and you had this magic that came together that just took you out of that 3D craziness that's going on right now. And you're able to be with your tribe family vibrating at that new level with all that still going on. So, wow. And that's the world we can live in.
Absolutely. Yeah. If I'm telling you, we are creating a world where it's literally heaven on earth. And I believe, like the late Dolores Cannon, I didn't get it at the time. I couldn't figure it out because I was in a different place. But she made mention before her passing. This is Dolores Cannon, who is very well versed in past life regression therapy.
Yes.
She made mention several times on over before she passed. When we get to that point is when the earth is going to split. And so when you say split, and even just the things that are going on right now as we speak, where there's good against bad, dark versus light, there's a duality there. And I remember one of the first interviews that we had for that day was Sherry Anshara, in which Hillis Pugh had actually had some services from her. And she made mention that we are living in a matrix, and this matrix only exists because of duality. There's just this polarization for the most part. And so once we start to have more compassion and to start to realize that, of course, that there's a good and bad, fine. But if we can break free from that and then understand not only the good, but the bad per se, and then to have no judgment against it, and then to just free ourselves from that, we can break free from this duality, from this matrix, and then set ourselves up.
And Hillis is chomping at the bit.
No, you just spoke something in my head when you said that, because I've been, I interviewed Sherry, I interviewed Kimberly Palm, I interviewed quite a few people in the past week, and everyone's talking about this whole duality. And what triggered in my mind is, yes, there is duality. Yes, we agreed to come here. However, what we tend to forget when we come here is that this earth, this planet we live in, is a school for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to evolve as souls. Sold out. And so when we come here and then we understand or begin to remember the duality of being here on this planet, being here in school, having this experience, is it really duality, or is it, us coming to an understanding that I am in this body, I'm having this experience, I'm connected to God, source energy, and then it is when it all comes together to where we then can simply understand that I am this soul, I am this, I am the Trinity, I am the unity, I am the unity, I am the divine. And so then it all eventually comes to one, to oneness, to all. It's not, either here or there, it's all.
It's the allness. Kind of this morning, when I saw the alligator and the blue heron today, they were in the allness of who they were together as one, in coherence, and us as well. And that was kind of like a reminder of, how we can mold all together to connect to all that, to become allies with, the lamb side of us and the lion side of us, or the female or masculine. It's not even polarity. It's coming and blending that in to stand in the sovereignty of who we truly are and function from that space.
Yeah. What's even more interesting that you say that, Rebecka, is the spiritual bypassing that people are now experiencing at an even more heightened level, because there's such polarization on the planet, in the country presently, and how it exists within us, and how the existence of this energy is coming out in such strong ways, in such overwhelming ways, that we have to allow it to act in a physical manner. How it to be expressed in such a way that it can't be denied. That, this is who I am. I am acting out because I'm not validated. Or I'm acting out because my voice isn't going to be heard. I'm acting out because of this. So there's all these ways where it is being expressed. And, you and I, we, kind of like have to tune out from it, because if we don't, it's like, it's too much. I can't. Have to unplug. And literally, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to allow yourself to unplug from all of the crazy to really accept the light and the dark, and to blend in, and to not have them as dualities anymore, but going back to the unity of self.
Yeah, and what really came to me this week, which is actually one of the lessons I learned this week, is, and it's all around what you're saying, Hillis, in that we really need to stand with that non-judgment from a higher, up-level place of compassion.
Indeed.
And that is the key, to hold the space of compassion for others, because they know not what they do.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of, have you heard of Ho'oponopono? The
Yes.
Yeah, Ho'oponopono. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how one of my friends had actually asked me to implement that at the workplace, because I work at the hospital. I work with the veterans, and she intuitively told me, there's so many people that are searching for your help. You know that, right? And I was like, yeah, I know. And at that level, it's like, you don't want to give too much of yourself, because it's just so you get so worn. It's a very high energy thing, because this unit that I work in is a drug and alcohol abuse unit, and there's a lot of PTSD that goes on: depression, suicidal thoughts, abuse, trauma, and so it really wears on you if you let it. But when you go into places like that, even in addition to just in regular life, you have to put in a protective layer of energetic protection. Get your cosmic protective beings around you, your guardians and your angels. Just to prey upon the situation yourself, because really it's an energetic game for the most part. So. But then, I started to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? That's true. Just give a little bit of yourself, just to, again, with me, I didn't realize how much power I had with laughter, and sometimes a lot of the drama, not only with the patients and just the community, because it can get rather large in census, from 50 to 80 people at one given time. And it kind of ebbs and flows, depending on the diagnosis. Just the drama with the nursing staff, the politics, and management. And so, but if you're able to incorporate the power of laughter, I always find that people that I work with, they're always laughing with me, and everything that incorporates this day with the politics, it's just like it's gone, and. There's nothing like a really good belly laugh to start your day or to complete your day, and it's a very beautiful thing. And so incorporating laughter with even, Ho'oponopono, the power of forgiveness and all that good stuff. And then after she told me that and explained herself, I told her, well, if I incorporate that into this alcohol and drug abuse program, do you know that we're going to put this institution out of business?
Isn't that the story of Ho'oponopono? The actual hospital did Ho'oponopono, like all the patients got better and they had to shut the place down?
Shut it down. They had to shut it down. Everybody was getting better, and it was just simple. It was just the power of forgiveness. I love you. I accept, the things that are within our particular situations. I love you, and I let you go, and it was just as simple as that. It was freeing away the contracts that you had, either with the people who have done you wrong, the trauma, and even just the substance abuse, which is in itself is a spirit itself. Is very demonic in many ways. Yes. So, yeah, you can very much so put entire institutions out of business by incorporating this, and I'm okay with that.
Yes, and we should, because they don't need to be in institutions.
Right.
No, they really don't.
The entities. But insane laughter. Do we have to have a quick belly laugh? All of us?
Like,
You bring it in. I do that shit all the time on my show. So you brought it up. So
Well, there's the bubble machine.
Huh?
So there's the bubble machine.
Oh, it's out of bubbles. The dog took off with it today and knocked it over. So I don't have it right now. I don't know where it is. But we can laugh. You ready? One. And everybody out there, join us in. Let's have a big laugh. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Really?
Shake that off and feel that. Feel that joy and love in your heart. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think I had one.
Huh?
I didn't even think I had a left oblique, but it's I feel it.
Yeah, when you're with me, you can always laugh. Yeah, we always got to laugh.
Absolutely. That felt good.
Didn't I? Have you ever done that on one of your shows before?
Was that?
Have you ever done that on one of your shows before?
No, I haven't. I smiled.
It's a first for everything. Woohoo!
Actually, like belly laugh, but not on my show. This would be a first.
I could have broken out in a snort, but I didn't. I held that one back.
I would love to hear the story.
You might get me going. I snort all the time, so I'm not afraid to snort.
Yes, I'm a witness to that too.
So what other shifts are you finding in the world right now that's really what was like changes in the world, or what's coming up for you guys? It's like that you're seeing. I know you've been really involved in the conspiracy stuff and all that going on, but also moving with the election and but what besides that, like what do you feel like navigating coming out of everything and move like where we are up leveling and moving into new stuff?
For me, I gotta say, the newest thing that had happened with me, with our network, is that we're going to be joining the smart TV world. We're going to be going to Networks TV. So that's very exciting because, with that particular platform and the owner of that platform, which has evolved many times on over since we were there last year. We took a little vacation from it because we were initially audio podcast. And so we jumped onto video podcast, which, essentially, very uncomfortable, terrain for me. And so I really didn't jump into it until I made the decision that, I'm going to have to kind of jump in that place of discomfort to evolve. And that's what happened. And so
awesome.
It was a mental thing, a psychological thing, because I didn't think I could actually do that. But when I started to step into it, I started to realize I really love actually, incorporating video with audio podcast. And then it's another dimension to the interview process. So being back with the Vince Networks TV and Bonnie Buderer, I believe that's going to be a nice mix to spreading our message out, considering, we're in the age of censorship. And so with that platform, they don't censor anything. They're all about the transparency, legitimacy, authenticity. And so that's going to be great for our podcasters out there because the sky's the limit.
And you hit something there. We're moving into being transparent.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's a plug for what the announcement we have to make, Hillis. Is that why you said that?
Yeah, you did set that up really nice.
I know, it's beautiful. I'm like, it'll come out sometime.
So I'll allow you to make that announcement, my dear.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
It's your show.
I don't care. It's our show tonight. I don't, no. So the announcement to make is, and I don't even know when it's starting, Hillis. You'll have to get the details because I'm not all about the details. But Hillis and I are joining together to do a new show called Cosmic Insights. That's what we landed on, right? Oh, yeah. Right. So we're going to do a new show on Revolution Radio called Cosmic Insights, and just Tim and I coming together with shows like this, and who knows what else. So it's been talked about for a while. It's been co-creating. We've been, talking about manifesting, and, it's a really good example of, sit back and wait for the universe to put all the little lines together. You don't have to like create it if it's not time. And both of us have been talking about it. I've been talking, and so now it's slowly, it's solidifying now. It's coming together and joining and still creating. And it always will create.
Yeah.
So
There's no
starting. I have no idea. Details.
Yeah, there's no official date yet. It's gonna start when it starts.
Yeah. So we'll let you know. I'll let you know on this show when it's ready to start. But we did want to announce it's in the works. It's coming soon. So
I am
But
honored and delighted.
We did do a show together with Sherry Anshara that will be out next week. Correct. On Real Revolution Radio.
Nice.
It's part 2 of an interview that I did with Sherry. That's with Rebecka and I. So yeah, I'm excited for the first audio episode of Cosmic Insight next week. It will be on Real Revolution Radio through my show, Light Insight. So I'm super, 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 super excited for that.
And I'll forward that on my Instagram and stuff so everybody can get the information. So
yeah.
Put it on the thing. So.
That's part 2.
What?
That's part 2. That's going to be coming out. Part 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shara had actually done part 1. So if you're in tune to part 1, absolutely, Hillis will put that out there for you.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Oh my God.
I want to go back to your question earlier, though.
Yes.
About awareness. What shifted for me is my own personal awareness in the space of the energies of myself, and what it's just amazing how source soul energy really works with you when you ask for something, and when you're ready to receive it, it comes to you. And I say that because last week met an amazing soul, Kimberly Palm, really amazing soul. And upon me first talking to her, I knew instantly there was a connection. And upon my interviewing her after, the interview wrapped, we chatted some more and come to find out that she is definitely a soul sister of mine from my Syrian life. And from there, it evolved into us reconnecting here on Earth. As she said, that we were present during Christ's crucifixion. And I'm like, so all of these things and the energies that I am drawn to in my life, my whole life, has not been a coincidence. It's leading me and guiding me to what I have asked for. And what's most interesting, and this was confirmation from her, is that she said, yeah, when I saw your picture, Hillis, I almost recognized you immediately. It's like, you don't look that much different from when I saw you before. And I'm like, that's amazing, because I love this body. I love my appearance. And so I loved it so much I came back again the same way, And so when you have these things, and I just want to let everyone know who's watching that, when you have these coincidences, when you have these synchronicities, it is really the universe speaking to your soul to let you know that you're on the right path, that you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, and that, as the show title for today is Upleveling, you are being up-leveled in your awareness. You're being up-leveled to the Trinity. You are being up-leveled to the unity that of self, of who you really are.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And that's so true. Hello, guys. Yeah. And Ariana says hi. She says hello, everyone. She loved the laughter and how exciting. I guess she was talking about the show.
Yes. Hello, Ariana.
She hangs in. And it's funny, you brought it, Ilela, about, family and being with your family. And, it's for me, you know, I have my birth family, but it's just so amazing. Me coming to a level of finding my true, not my family members are listening. I love you, family, but you know, just that soul family, that your real family are your biggest teachers. You're like the ones you signed up on to go through the trenches with. That's right. And learn the biggest lessons. But it's so beautiful now, you know, opening up, like you guys are part of my family now, opening up to that soul family, that vibration level, you know, family. And it's so exciting and joyful to be in that energy when you find somebody like us, you know, just like jiving together, you know, with the egos down, with everything away, just being present with ourselves and enjoying the beauty of each one of us in a co-coherence bubble of love and joy and laughter and love.
Absolutely. It's like you don't even have to explain yourself. You know, everybody understands your situation, where you're coming from, and it's just like an understanding of grace. You know,
Yeah.
Family's family, and so you know sometimes they don't get you. You know,
Yeah.
and you don't have the same interests. You know, and that's fine, and that's why we learn from that. That's why we've been we're put together in contract to work with each other, to teach each other, and to learn with each other. But as far as our tribal family, I mean that's another family in itself. You know.
Yes. And I guess that's why I brought it up too, you know, because I know a lot of people out there, well, I don't have any family. I you know, and my family's all gone. And I know a lot of people are struggling right now, alone, or, you know, going through a lot right now. That your family is out there. You just got to get out of your head in that presence of I don't have family, and open up to receive your family, your true family that vibrates with you, and they will show up in your world and you won't even know it. So, you know, nobody's really alone out there, I guess is the message I want to say, and really open your hearts to allow the energy of your family, your tribe to come to you, so you can grow and co-create together. That's my soapbox.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because when I lost my mom and my aunt back in 2015, you know, it was very interesting time in my life because, you know, I felt like I lost my family. I lost them. And I'm like, I don't have anybody, you know, my only immediate family was my cousin, who stopped talking to me because of some guilt that he carried, nothing to do with me. And so it's just wonderful to see how my mom's friends and my aunt's friends started to reach out and connect with me. But the biggest thing that came out of that was I connected with my biological father. So it was like this whole nother blood family that came out of this. And then through that, you know, my extended family, my soul family, you know, it's just magical that when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be in a place of surrender, and it really speaks to the support showing up that you've asked for, and that's what it is. And you know, and when you allow it, like tonight, magic happens.
Yeah, this came together yesterday, folks. Literally. But you know, that's how my show has been. And people who watch my show, I at the beginning of the year was like, you can't plan your show. Like, I've been forced to not plan this. I've been forced to just let it be what it's supposed to be, and allow the flow of it. And every week that's something magical will appear. I'll be like, what am I going to do this week? And then all of a sudden something will happen. And that's how my show has been. So
Be as organic as possible. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, don't even plan for it. You know.
Don't ask. Yeah. People who know me, I'm not a huge planner. I mean, I do plan what I have to, but I just like the energy of it because, yeah, you just got to flow with the energy of what's true for you in that moment.
And that's true. That's true about the surrender thing. You know.
Yeah.
Like me, I used to be a perfectionist. Like, you know, I used to have a script, and for like 60-minute.
Oh, still have one?
Do I have one? No, I used to.
I
gotta tell you, like when you're following a script or a teleprompter or whatever, it's it's taxing. You know, you want to be perfectionist, but if you just talk from the heart, react from the heart, and sometimes you don't even have to react. You just, let things flow for the most part. And it's a beautiful thing when after you record it and you just watch yourself just engage with your interviews and with your guest on your show, your co-host, and it's just like a ping pong effect. I'm going to say something, you say something, and then it's just like a regular conversation, like in between times, like friends just hanging out, and that's how it should be, in a lot of these interviews. And so I started to, like, from the last 5 years, I've learned to truly engage my own power.
Yeah.
Actually, realize that power that I have with voice, the power of talk, and even just silence, just for a quick maybe 2 or 3 seconds. That means a lot as far as being a therapeutic thing for especially for the patients that I deal with on the psychiatric unit. Even just that little momentary silence is very engaging, therapeutic. And sometimes you need that, and it makes for a great show too. When you do pause a little bit and kind of integrate many different ways you can engage a conversation. So yeah, it's a learning process as
Yes.
time goes by.
It is.
Funny. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to add that the power of Ayala's voice, when he did the intro to my show, the first time I heard it, I was blown away because I'm thinking Morgan Freeman. He got Morgan Freeman to do the intro of my show. That's the first initial. I'm like, I was just like, and I'm like, wait, this is his voice. And so the depth, the texture, the complexity, the power of what you speak,
yes,
resonates with people. Because I literally listen to the intro to my own show every week, and the power that resonates is amazing because that's just who you are.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
When you speak,
regular, work with.
Oh, go ahead.
No, to be just appreciated like that. I never even thought about that. I just that's something that I just would put together within 5 minutes. I'd write it, figure it out, kind of meditate on it for like maybe a minute, and then put some music together, background, and then that was just essentially like a 5-minute thing that I put together, to tell you the truth. And then for you to enjoy it, I'm like, wow, I'm so very honored that you really appreciate that. But thinking back, it's like, oh, okay, that was a nice piece of work I did.
Good for you.
I gotta claim it.
And claim it.
Yeah.
And when you speak, love, your voice is it vibrates right to the heart.
Oh, thank you.
It really does. Like when you speak, it vibrates. I mean, for me, it vibrates right through me to my heart.
Really?
And that's the vibration, the sound of the voice that you have.
I was thinking about, just to kind of piggyback from what you had asked earlier, what is in the mix in the future to come? So not only with Vision Networks TV, but I was thinking about doing some voiceover work, and even some little meditations. I think that would be something that would be so cool, just to help people with calming down, kind of, getting back into their space, rooting down. And I would love to work with people who are interested in that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing it. Just let us know when you roll that platform out, and we will send it out there.
Absolutely. It looks like Hillis had some creative juices.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah, you can always tell Hillis. He gets his little mouth points.
No, the only thought that I had, and I'm not going to say too much about it, is Rebecka, about our little project.
Oh.
Maybe we can bring him in.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have something else in the works that transpired yesterday on a phone call with actually Ariana from New Zealand. So
really?
we're not going to break that. We have to wait on that one a little bit. But that's awesome. But I will tell you this: the idea all came from a fart machine.
Another math episode. I love it.
Yeah.
The fart machine. Okay, so how many machines you got back there? You got a
Oh,
bubble?
that's not my machine. I just had the bubble machine. That's another machine. That was in New Zealand.
And your bubble machine is in the shop right now, right? Your
I
bubble
don't know where it is. My dog took off with it yesterday. I don't know where it is right now.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
I'll give you a call later and I'll show you the bubble machine. How's that?
Absolutely.
Can you believe it's 8:50 already?
No.
We have 10 minutes left.
We just started.
I know. Well, look, he brought a prop. What'd you bring? You brought your crystal wand.
Always. I'm going to make time go backwards.
Can you?
Yes, you can. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am magical.
So,
Yes,
should we announce the new show, the new thing that we're starting, Hillis?
Yeah.
Crystals Anonymous for people who have problems with buying too many crystals.
He's a hoarder. Crystal hoarder.
Yeah. I can't help it.
I know.
That's beautiful.
I can't help it.
He loves his crystals.
I do. They love me, and I love
know.
them. We have a great relationship.
Hey, they're your tools that love you and come to you for a reason.
They
That's
do.
what it's all about. And everybody who loves crystals, that's the reason they come to you. They speak to you. You're part of that energy. And it's, they're beautiful tools to work with. I personally, one of my favorite tools is oracle cards. I draw cards every day. They are my teachers. That's the thing that really resonates with me. And rocks. I don't like crystals. I'm a rock person.
Yeah, that's why you're so grounded.
No pun intended.
How about you? What toys do you like?
I have some crystals. It's been a while since I've stacked on any other crystals as of late, but I too am a rock collector, and I go to sacred sites, Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, Serpent Mound. I mean, all these wonderful places, and of course, I asked for permission first, and if
Yes.
wills it, then they're part of your journey, for the most part.
They are. They come to you. They come to you for a reason. I had one rock that came to me in New Mexico, traveled across country with me, came to me in Florida, flew to Ecuador because it wanted to go home, and I left it in Ecuador.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Sometimes it's short-lived, It's just sometimes these rocks come to you, and it's short-lived relationship. It's just for one place to another, and then some are lifetimes with relationships. So.
And that's a beautiful analogy. People are the same way. Some people come to us just for a reason, to learn a lesson from, or to see something from, or to grow from, and sometimes we've got to let them go, and they need to move on.
And that's okay. Absolutely.
And that's okay. And that's what we're moving into.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That it's okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. I mean, we're already there. We're on the path to that destination. But I feel sometimes, too, that we often neglect the journey, And so we're anticipating, this, I can't wait. But I have to say that I am happy to be in this place. We're living in a very wonderful times. People saying it's biblical, it's historic. Yeah. But just to be present, and I always use that all the time. Like why they call it the present, because it's a gift.
Yes, and that's the key. And that's the fun part, is the journey. The destination is like, okay, what do I do now? The journey's like the adventure.
Yes.
Us humans are all excited for the destination to get there, aren't we?
I know I am. I'm always excited for the destination. I'm like one of those. I used to be one of those kids, and put me in a truck or put me in a car. I'm get bored on the journey, so I end up falling asleep in the car. And so when we finally get there, I'm like one of those kids. I say, "Yes, we're here. I get all super excited, but the journey's like, it'll wake me up when I get there.
Are we there yet?
Are we there?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Are you one of those, Hillis? Were you one of those? Are we there yet?
No, I would just sleep.
Oh, you fell asleep.
I would just sleep in the car.
So you took your own journey. You were already at the destination.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I sleep in the car. I sleep on a plane. No matter where I'm going, I am asleep.
Wow.
And then once I wake, I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. Just like my plant medicine journeys, I usually don't fall asleep during, well, you can fall asleep, but it's almost like you're asleep.
I fall asleep every time I do plant medicine. I take a nap.
What?
Yeah, I'm out cold.
Naps are beautiful. I love naps.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel like I'm tired. I like nap. I take a
people.
nap.
There's no napping with my people.
I nap. Every time I take a nap.
Naps are magical. You know,
We all are magical.
I take a nap every day. I know how magical naps are, but napping during plant medicine is a different story.
Napping plant medicine.
Napping during plant medicine.
During plant medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, have you had plant medicine before? Have you done?
No.
Yeah. Can you explain?
That's a whole nother show. We don't have time for that.
Ayahuasca, San Pedro, plant medicine.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
that.
I never been on a ayahuasca trip, to tell you the truth.
Dude.
Yeah. Should I? Can I stop by? I mean, you guys in Florida, right?
Well, next time I connect with my people, next time I connect with my people from Peru, I will let you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like you.
Oh my. We're gonna take him to a whole nother dimension.
Yeah, I think he's ready now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my Carol, my friend just popped on Carolyn. Well, look, we're at 8:56, so we're getting down to the end of it. And it'll be gone before we know it. Can you believe that?
We're not going anywhere. No.
Well, you can stay right here all night if you want. I'm just gonna have to take you offline.
Okay.
But you'll still be there.
I'll see you next.
But, before we wrap up, I want to thank everyone for joining tonight and listening to our stories. And just, I just wanted this to be a melting pot of us, just flowing to show an example of how the world should be, that there shouldn't be any barriers, that there shouldn't be no judgment, that the world should flow like the three of us. And I just felt we were an example of putting that out to the world tonight. So thank you for being part of this show. So much. And if you guys have anything to say, it's 8:57. We'll be turning off in like 2 minutes. So roll it out.
Absolutely. I would like to say I love you both. You guys are wonderful people. It's just a shot of wonderfulness that I've gotten from the last hour. And I'm just so grateful for the both of you guys. So love you both. Appreciate everything. So ready.
Thank you. We appreciate you. And everyone who's watching, I just want you to remember to really step into your awareness, to step into what is true for you, regardless of the polarization, regardless of what appears to be apocalyptic, whatever it is, just feel what is in your heart, feel what is true for you, and that will lead you to your path on this beautiful journey of this up-leveling of your soul into new heights and new dimensions.
Beautiful. Thank you. And for me, closing once again, thank you tonight for joining the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. You can watch the replay, I guess you can really watch it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Oneness Talk. I'm so good at this 3D crap, I'll tell you. So thank you once again for joining me. And, everybody right now, let's just put our hand on our heart. We started with it, and just take a deep breath in. Have gratitude for your world, no matter where you are right now or what's going on. But just give gratitude for the presence and the heart and love of who you are and the embodiment of you and the beautiful journey we are all on together in the oneness of who we are, connected to the allness of all that is, navigating this together through that great mystery that we all live in. Take care of my beautiful souls, my cosmic explorers. Get out there, explore, be aware, and be the light. Shine. Mwah. Love you all. Thank you. And thank you, you too. Love you both. Mwah. Good night.